Welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host Liz with Tyrant Dominus, aka Jesus. And if you're your first time listening, please subscribe. Need the votes. We want to get to our 100 so we can become an actual video podcaster. Awesome. Anyways, and if not, you don't have to, but we would love it. Really, truly love it. All right, Jesus, how are you?
I'm doing good. I know you're really excited, and we're gonna skip my banter just because Liz has been waiting to talk about this. So go ahead, Liz. Just jump into your story.
Last Saturday, I work, as a med rec. Go get your med list, yada. Right there in the ED. And I had two gentlemen, almost literally back to back, came from a facility. They had a MAR, which is a medication advancement record, which has the name of the meds, how the directions, if their last dose is on it, when and what time, et cetera, et cetera. On that one, vapor rub, verbatim said, apply to chest for constipation.
Wait. Apply to chest for constipation? Okay. I'm following.
Medications at the bottom said, in parentheses, chest congestion.
Okay.
I know, right? How is that applied? Of course, when I showed this to the pharmacy, we had an uproar about it. If you applied it to a certain place, it would be a ring of fire.
Ooh, God, that.
We were all joking with that one. It was pretty funny. So the first one that really set off the whole thing, even though I saw it was the second one I saw of the day. Literally, right after I finished this MAR, was this patient get their med list from their doctor's office. Now, Trulicity is a injectable. You give it to yourself once a week, right in the abdomen for your diabetes. It helps regulate that, et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes it helps with weight loss a little bit, not as much. And you're not. The directions from the doctor's office, it's a Trulicity, glutathione, and it's the glutathione. They said intravaginally used as directed.
What?
Intravaginal, so inserting to the vagina, right?
Bruh.
Why would you put?
What is happening? What happened Saturday?
I don't know why this doctor's office has it as
Okay.
putting up a male body that probably does not have a vagina. Just saying.
More than likely, probably a 99% chance. Wow. Continue.
So yeah, that was an uproar. I had people who weren't even on deck that day were chiming into our messages and go, you really need to ask the patient how they're using it. I'm like, I'm not asking the male patient how they're using Trulicity.
Because it was on their prescription, right? You would
Not on the prescription. It was on the paperwork from their doctor's office. Of course, I cut out all the HIPAA being, so you can only see the directions of this shit.
Yeah. So
it's hilarious.
So their doctor wrote this
The
paper.
MA, whoever, told a patient to use the Trulicity intravaginally to a male patient.
Bruh.
Are
you out of your mind?
It just feels more and more. It just feels like it's just getting more wilder and wilder, as you're saying.
I was like, huh? And I just I sat this and I took this to my pharmacist and I'm like, can you tell me? All the pharmacists were laughing. All of us and all the technicians had a crack up because we all know what the drug is for. We don't really administer it here, but I mean, we all know. We're quite aware of it. It's just hilarious on so many levels, guys. So many levels.
That is, I can see why you're ready to talk about it.
This is hilarious. I figured I'd give everybody else a laugh. Everybody needs a laugh these days. Who doesn't?
That is true. That, oh my God, the some of the things that you just you
I can't
probably,
make up.
yeah, can't
I
make up.
can't. I can't literally make this up.
Because it's just the things that were written on those sheets, and like the first one is like something was wrong when you have to write something that you're supposed to rub on your
Oh,
chest.
I changed the directions on my end because I didn't want to look like the idiot like the doctor is. You know.
But I'm like, come on, there, yeah, because you read your own note too, unless you sometimes that you're just handed one through the offices.
I'm no. I'm usually the patient has an extra one, or take a copy of the
Exactly.
paperwork. I could kind of see it sometimes if it's linked in somehow into our system, but not always. How the doctor writes stuff, like discharge papers or whatever. I
Yeah.
can't see any of that. So
Oh,
it was hilarious on so many levels because I couldn't make this shit up. I'm like, I didn't write this.
I would I look at my paper like, hey doc, are you sure you wrote this right? Like, yeah. I'm
Or the
reading
MA or whoever, the PA, whoever was the
whoever
one
wrote
who
it.
wrote it. But
You
it
can,
was hilarious. I was like, a male patient, vaginally?
Are you out of your mind?
I mean, it's
oh,
not a transgender gentleman, so like,
that is ridiculous. My God, man, that was hilarious. That is hilarious.
yeah, I was gonna ask the stupid question because I obviously know as a pharmacy technician, I hope what I know how to do this job, but like,
I hope so. Like as long as you can get the right numbers on the thing, how many times a day, where it goes, how to take said medicine.
I usually don't say where it goes. It goes subcutaneously, so that means injected in weekly, once a week. Technically,
Once.
that's what it's written in the directions.
Boy, man, this doctor like really wanted something spicy for his, like, it's like, I wonder if they'll actually do it this time.
I do not want to point this out to the patient. I hope that one day when they do look at the notes, go, "What the hell does this word mean?" Look it up. Obviously, vaginal would make sense more, but you know.
I don't know. I throw those things away once I get my medicines. It's been a while since I got
Shred it. I hope you shred it. It's HIPAA shit on there. They
Oh,
got your MRN number, your birth date, your name, your address, the whole 9 years. I hope you
oh.
shred that or fire it.
Well, it's honestly been the last time I've gotten quote prescription drugs has been 4 or 5 years. It's been a long time. I've rarely ever like my stance on doctors. Unless I'm dying, I don't need to go. So, and I'm alive. I'm content. I'm surviving. So I'm pretty good. Pretty good. But I'll make sure the notes. I'll start reading my doctor's notes once I get if I end
Read
up
your
going.
mothers, read your sisters, whoever. I don't care. But shit is funny.
All right,
Make
I'll
fun of
admit.
this on a daily basis in the pharmacy when doctors write their stupid shit. You don't put anybody's information out there. Just put the directions.
There you go. All right, everyone. That was Liz's time. She was excited. That is hilarious. Thank you for sharing that. And
I thought you might like that. It was better than my own news earlier before we started.
yeah, that was other wild news. That was other wild news, but that's for the paywall people. But anyways, yeah. Just kind of doing a quick recap for everyone else. Don't forget that this week, this is the final week for the first inspirational shirt. So pick it up while you can. And then in 2 weeks, let me double check my calendar here.
I know. I can't believe it's June already. We're halfway through the fucking year.
Okay. Looking
Almost June. Well,
yeah,
this is
actually,
before the Memorial Day. So if anybody hears this, happy Memorial Day.
yes, that's true. This comes out on Sunday. Actually, this episode is actually you still have a week and a half to everyone for your inspirational shirts. They will be coming up, so
Oh.
you have a week and a half left. And then on the June 11th, the second. So there's going to be a 2-week break. And June 11th is going to be the second inspirational shirt.
So Junet's Day? No, that's 19th. Never mind. Excuse me.
Yeah. So the 11th will be the release of the second shirt, and that'll be out for 5 weeks, and then the third one, and that's gonna be the end of our. And then we'll start prepping for next year's trifecta of hilarious inspirational shirts. We already have one in the docket that we found hilarious because it was part of. I think it was last week. Was it last week's episodes? Because that was hilarious. I had fun last week's episode. I hope you guys listened to that one because that was a spicy episode. It was a longer episode than normal. I got some people talk. I had the people that I talked to who listened to the show. They were like, "That was a long episode," and I'm like, "Yeah, but there was a lot of things we had to get through," and I appreciate that. Some people like longer episodes, but it's not like we can't not do them. It's just time constraints. So for anyone who likes longer episodes, it's not that we're not trying
Let us
to.
know. Just let us know.
Yeah.
We'll try and make things happen. I will gladly make things happen with my crazy schedule.
There you go. But yeah,
First 8 weeks.
that one. Because yeah, this one that was fun. We did have the what is the Jerry Springer conversation was huge. We were just getting through it. It was just a lot to talk about in that situation. So the people who enjoyed it, I'm really glad you did because we're listening. But yeah, we'll be getting into some stuff. I've been exhausted this week. It's my first week back from work. So yeah, living like a normal person, having to work a normal day job. And my God, it's you can feel it. You know, for anyone who works a 40-ish plus hour job, like everyone, like if you say scream hell yeah right now, wherever you're at. If you're listening to this, just scream hell yeah if you're working a long ass job. I had my first official vacation. I was taking like a 3-day weekends, and those felt like vacation just because it just feels like it, right? And a lot of people these days, it's hard to get because a lot of companies, depending on where you work, you have to wait an entire year's worth of things. That's reasonable. You have to wait a year before you get like at least 1 week of paid vacation, which I feel that's fucking stupid.
Unlike us.
Exactly. Because for you, at least you and me, we've been with our stations for a good amount of time where we have accumulated a reasonable amount of time.
Oh no. I actually, when I first started at my job, they give you automatically 40 hours to use for any. Because when I started, I had a planned vacation.
Okay.
But it was before I got hired, and I already planned this, and they were like, "That's cool." And then the pharmacist at the time was like, "Yeah, do you know you have 40 hours to start with?" I was like, "What?" Because they prepare for sick days, unplanned days, stuff like that to cover up the hours, which is great. That's a really good company.
Bruh.
Damn, that's good. Okay, but
I was able to use that for my first vacation ever, going from the job, and I didn't even been there like 2 weeks.
that worked out really well. So that's very good. But because a lot of other places wouldn't do that, and at least right? Yeah, I know. So at least for me, these past, like I mentioned this a couple times on the show, like we're just shorthanded just because people don't want to work in my department, and I'm a giant hard ass because I have waited specifically due to work. But
right,
that's what it feels. I know, right? It sounds like that. But it's just like this was the first like long weekend. Week. Like I literally took an entire week off, which was nice. We got to hang out. It's just now getting back into the groove of things, and I literally on my 4th day of work when I got home, I was tired, but not like exhausted, tired, just like I'm gonna just close my eyes and relax. But when I did, I slept for like 9 hours.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck. I did not. I was not expecting that because during my vacation week, I was pretty good. I think the least amount of time I slept was 6 hours during vacation week, and the most I slept was roughly like 8 hours. You know, your traditional. So I was at a consistent 6 to 8 hours sleep, and then just going back to a physically labored job. It hit me on the 4th day, and I'm like, why the fuck did I? I had some things to do too, but it's just one of those things like, my God, I'm back at it once again. The grind, everyone.
I know.
I can't.
Sadly, I have only 2 days next week, so.
What?
Well, the holiday covers that Monday.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah,
I
true.
lose I lose not I will lose working that day, but I also get the holiday pay, so it's a good thing. So it's a win-win.
Go.
So I don't have to be there. But then, like, because of how the schedule lined up and my mom's going out of town next weekend, it is like, okay, I requested that weekend off, and of course they gave it to. I was hoping to switch the schedule so that I could flip flop and do the opposite. Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Damn, that sucks.
That's okay though. I mean, I'll go work a second my side jobs or something if I wanted to.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, that's kind of us catching up. I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. If you're listening to this live, you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. If you're in the States, I know we have international listeners. So if you're having a fun weekend, let us know as well. Thank you for people around the world.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some shit that's happened. Liz, go with the first wild story.
Man wounded in shooting after fight over Hot Pocket.
Bruh.
Louisville, Kentucky. A man is facing charges for shooting his roommate. Clifton E. Williams, 64, of Louisville, was arrested on one count of assault. On the night of May 20th, not that long ago, Louisville Metro Police Williams got mad because his roommate had eaten the last Hot Pocket and started throwing tiles at him. Tiles? Really?
Yeah, tiles.
The roommate told police he tried to fight back, but was starting to leave when Williams went back into the residence, got a gun, and shot him in the backside.
Ooh.
Flurry, a knife to the back. Oh, don't trust roommates. The victim said he went several blocks away to get help. Williams was arraigned this morning at the LMDC courtroom. A non-guilty plea was entered, and a bond was set at $7,500. Williams was ordered to have no contact with his roommate and not to possess a firearm or any other weapon. The next court date for Williams is set for May 30th.
Oh my God.
I want a Hot Pocket.
Have you
I want a Hot Pocket.
have you ever gotten into arguments or quarrels with your siblings about the last thing of something in the fridge? Come on, you're the middle child.
It's kind of finders keepers is kind of our rule. There, you snooze or lose kind of thing.
Yeah, but still, you would still get
I would be like, oh, I think there's that such and such food leftover from last night. See if I'll go and get it. Oh, it's gone. Okay. All right, I'm bummed. All right, moved on. The only time I was ever irked was when I was living with the father of my child at one point, and I bought like frozen meals for like my lunches because I knew I wasn't gonna have any leftovers from this place I was staying at. And the other roommate stole it. I was so mad. I was like, I bought it with my own money.
Oh, that's rough.
I hated that. I was mad, but I couldn't say anything. I was like, I had no position to.
Wait, okay. Wait, I'm confused. Explain that again. Wait.
Roommate. So we were living with a family. They were renting this place.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a 4-bedroom? Yeah, 4-bedroom place. People that were renting were in one room. Where Abuelita, grandma, was in the other end of the master one, and the other two were one with me with the father of my child, and then the other roommate. There was like a group of us adults. Wait, is that how many? And then the other one's living in the living room. Yeah, I feel like that's right.
It's just a bunch of people.
It's a Mexican household, y'all.
Bunch of people. Continue.
Yeah. So the person who was living in the living room took my food. I couldn't yell at him because I was like, "What do I do? I can't." It was like late at night. I think I got home. I was working this 12 to 12:30 at night. So by the time I got home at 1:00 in the morning and I saw my food was being eaten, I could smell it. And I was like,
emotional damage.
Goddamn. I remember when I was living with my roommate with that was we didn't really get upset, but we were really the frugal's not the word. What's the word? Labely. That's the word. That's not a word. We were very. My God, what's the word? We
Like
knew whose stuff was whose. Like there was like
labeling it, or like on a
kind of.
shelf, particular shelf.
We didn't like label, but we knew whose was what and what was whose, you know. And we kind of and we had like that weird like you can have this too if you want kind of mentality. Because at the end of the day, it's like things like that. It also depends on the like some people are just fucking like will get mad at anything like these guys. Like a hot pocket.
Possessive? I think he was very possessive of the hot pocket.
Like I will.
We could have gone out and got more hot pocket. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna wait an extra 5 minutes. For this shit.
It almost killed someone, Liz, for a hot pocket. Okay.
Apparently.
like people can barely afford things. Like it is getting out. It's getting. But boy, talking about food, let's continue. Because some people are hungry because we have. Let me see this story here. Let's see.
I believe it's. I know which one you got.
Yeah. So apparently there was a hungry bear that steals 60 cupcakes from a Connecticut bakery. See here. Let's get rid of this video. So, a bear broke into a bakery in Avon one Wednesday morning, helped itself to 60 cupcakes, and made it a bluff charge towards the employee. It happened at Taste by Spellbound on West Main. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't care. The kitchen supervisor for the bakery said she was putting baked goods in the vehicle in the garage area at the back of the bakery Wednesday morning when she noticed the bear. The cupcakes were on the seat of the vehicle used to transport their product, and she tried to close the door, but the bear made what wildlife officials called a bluff charge. Never heard that. Interesting. That's when a bear puffs itself up to look larger and then bound on its front paws towards a person, then stops short and veers off to one side. Oh, that's kind of cool. That makes sense. They said the bluff charge are meant to scare or intimidate. The kitchen supervisor ran inside to protect herself, and the bear got into the sweet treats and ate the 60 cupcakes. Oh, there's the image. Police say that 3 officers responded to the bakery at 8:20 a.m., but by the time the bear was gone and no one was injured. That's good. They notified the State Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. While it's common for Avon police to respond to calls about bears in April and May, this was a new one for them. Avon police said that number of calls they have taken about bears has doubled since last year, but they did not recall the level they did in 2021. I wonder if there's been, just because hunting season has been low because of the pandemic and just the rise of
I hope those cupcakes were yummy.
I know.
There, man. You got them.
Someone had to get the sweet tooth out, because boy, those had. Oh no. Because boy, like what do you do to get how hungry do you have to be to get some sweets like that? Like,
gotta be pretty hungry. I mean,
like in a situation like that,
animals are hungry; they'll come for it.
True. It's just, it's like when you're facing that situation, like, there's fucking bear. Like, oh man, there's I haven't seen the movie yet. I was gonna go see it in theaters, but I missed my chance to go see Cocaine Bear.
I actually have that on one of my
it's
streaming
on
services. If you would like to come over and watch it one day, we can definitely.
I think it's on Peacock or something. But anyway, yeah. But did you know there's a cocaine shark coming out?
I heard about that. I was like, really? Come on, can we lay off the coke? I guess we have to go with cocaine because apparently we're in an epidemic of drugs. So why not we just add that? We should add fentanyl in the mix somewhere so that people
No. That does not sell, Liz. That does not cocaine sells.
No, it's hot right now. Fentanyl's hot right now.
No, it is not. Not for movie titles like Cocaine Shark, Fentanyl Shark. Nah, that is.
Fentanyl shark sounds cool. A bunch of fentanyl patches on the shark.
It should be Cocaine Shark How about this? Cocaine Shark to the fentanyling. See? Because the next thing you know, you're gonna get what's another wild animal? Cocaine wolves or something. Just a pack of wolves going just a pack of wolves all on cocaine attacking a nearby town.
How about cougars or mountain lions or bobcats?
Cocaine bobcat doesn't sound good. A cocaine cougar sounds good because it sounds like two things. It sounds like a horror, a cheesy horror movie or a very bad porn.
Bruh.
Drug laced porn.
True. All right, let's talk about this. Is actually not that. I don't want to talk about that story. Talk about once again, we are not the only ones facing price hikes. Liz, read the.
I figured we were heading with this one. Pasta prices have surged, prompting crisis meetings in Italy and calls for a strike.
Like when they are having issues, like something's up. Something is up.
Pasta prices rose 17.5% in March and 16.5% in April, according to Italy's Ministry of Business, which cited ISTAT data. Jump is doubled that of Italy's consumer price index figures, which climbed 8.1% year on year for April and 8.7% for March, according to Finvita data. Elevated retail prices are owed to the fact that the producers are now selling the pasta stocks, which were made when the raw material costs were higher.
That makes sense because that you kind of have when the price of the raw material is up, like you kind of have to raise the price you got to raise the price somewhere to make that the difference. And that's what sucks is like what suffers is the populace basically. And because if the pasta from the pasta makers, depending if you're like a Italy, you would hope Italy's some of their more mid to high end restaurants make their own pasta, but like if they don't and they get them from a supplier, like that just adds on to the cost of those restaurants. That just increases even more, and it just becomes ridiculous to like. And we've seen it here in the States, and we've talked about some other ones, but this is the first time like it's been like at least a specific food item, a pasta. Yeah, it's an item, pasta, and it kind of it's a joke, but it probably is a staple in Italy.
Really is.
And when your staple food is like it's up there, like it's gonna blow you. It's gonna hurt your margins at the end of the day, you know. So I generally wondering how they're gonna be handling this because like 8%. When you say 8%, that's like that doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Mostly if you're a bulk seller, like or bulk buyer, because the ones who are making the money are the suppliers. They're like, oh, money, right, Liz? Money.
Hell yeah, gotta pack my pockets with money.
$24. You want $24 for fucking blue?
Does this at all explain kind of why some of the other?
Just kind of saying why some of the wheat prices peaked back in 2022 of March because, as you know, decades of invasion of Ukraine advanced. Both nations are huge suppliers of agricultural products to the global market. However, Truzy noted that the input costs were since dropped since the time, and higher prices are now driven by other factors. High prices are maintained in order to have greater profits. Prices will fall only in the face of significant drop in consumption. So,
There's a lot.
Bastuant proposing plans to reduce pasta consumption with a pasta strike, quote unquote, at least 15 days. In 2007, Italian staged a one-day strike against buying pasta when prices rose by almost 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna just say right now, like I honestly, I'm so glad I'm not a weed eater, so I don't have to face this dilemma.
And look at that shit.
That is true. Oh my god. Oh, there's that makes sense.
I love the emergency pasta meeting idea.
That makes sense for a lot of the reasons that's happening. It's like there's still a lot of tribulations happening in that part of the world. And if their exports and imports are just like being really screwed over, like it just affects the market really bad. And we're just in a really bad market at the moment overall. And that does not help anything whatsoever. So it's ridiculous to see that that's where we're at in this kind of divot, basically. But I hope people get their pasta soon, because did I have actually I had recently eaten some spaghetti. It wasn't that good. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening to this. It wasn't that good this time.
I just had an American biscotti, but of course it was made with gluten-free pasta, so
That's not bad though. There's some people that I've noticed a few things because we accidentally bought some and we just ate it. Like pasta sauce masks a lot of things, guys. Okay, depending on what, but pasta sauce.
it had tomato sauce, cheese, bacon.
See, that masks the
That
flavor.
covers everything up on that one. I mean, peppers and onions.
Exactly. So
that's it.
see, there's no problem. Dude, that masks everything.
So tasty though.
All that
Not gonna
matters. At the end of the day, as long as it tastes good and doesn't hurt you, good.
Mhm.
All right, let's into one more story before the big. Let's do the Netflix one, just because it's a bit of annoyance.
Yeah, I saw that pop up on my screen. Did you?
Yeah, this is the reason I might be canceling my Netflix.
I might be canceling it too soon, but I'm watching my show and then I will. Well, my mom and I are watching a show right now, so maybe after that show too.
All right then. So you go ahead. I'll read this one really quick. So Netflix password sharing crackdown is now live in the United States. Here's what it costs. So at a certain point, it was starting to feel like Netflix proposed crackdown on password sharing was a bluff, that they would never actually go through with it, right? Well, the time has come. The new anti-password sharing system reached the US at last. No more testing. It's time to nuke those extra accounts. There are currently 4 Netflix plans, and only 2 of them have an option to add an extra person for an extra cost. The other 2 will just block them entirely from the account with no recourse. Okay, now here are everyone listening, this is important for those who have Netflix. There is the Netflix standard with ads, which is fucking stupid because you're paying $7 a month for that. And you cannot add anyone. Why pay $7 and watch ads? That's bad. I'll say that now. Netflix Basic, which is $10, cannot add no one. Now that's kind of like, okay, $10 a month, that's fine. Netflix Standard, which is, I think that's what I have, is $15.50 a month. Can add one person for $8 a month outside the household. So they don't give you one, like they should at least give you like a +1 on the Standard. Now, Netflix Premium is $20 a month, and you can add 2 people for $8 a month each. Wait, what? 2 people a month each. So you can add, so it's $16. So say okay, let's just go with the actual cost then. So Standard $7 with ads. Fuck that. That's not a real plan. That is not a plan that I'll ever see. So you either got Basic, which is $10, Standard, which is 15. Actually, no. Standard, which is what is $8? $23.50, which is $23.50 a month, basically. And
if you had the extra person, I will have to see my sister if she's still using it because
yeah, it's gonna that's the real cost. It doesn't matter. You're always gonna add the extra person. So it's $23.50, and then the premium, which is $36 a month. $36 a month. That's how much Netflix is now. Like,
What I pay for Disney Plus, and I get 3 systems out of it.
now here's the real question. Do you think other companies are going to be going into?
Oh no, they're watching this. See how this floods out.
Yeah,
I am seriously. They're going to see how this plays out. Is it going to be worth it? No.
You don't think so? Because I know there's already this boycott of people are going to be like canceling their Netflix account.
I will after I finish my shows, and then
But yeah,
I really have no. I pay that $50 a month, pretty much. So I know my sibling watches it when they're traveling the world because that's what they have access to.
So it is like the thing is it's worrisome where if this works out, other companies will take it and like, oh, now we can start doing it ourselves. That's the issue. Because
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I think I think it's gonna happen.
We're all boycotting it, y'all. I know there's other stations out there we can get our free shit at.
True. But yeah, I think if they succeed, we'll probably start seeing like HBO Max, Disney Plus doing the no share password thing. So it's
I travel and use my things, the people's TVs. That's why I use it. I travel. If there's nothing on that TV, I'm gonna put my own stuff on so I can watch my own crap while I'm there, relaxing for the night. So
okay. Let me continue reading because it says account, right? And I wonder, does account mean devices? Because I have my just myself alone. I have my Netflix account on 3 devices.
I have it on 2.
I have it on like my phone, my tablet, and my television. Even my television has 2 accounts, so there's 4. For some reason, my TV has 2 of it, which for some reason that's a different story. But does that mean? Okay, let's see if this article does it mean devices? So yes, it's worse and a lot worse. Than the old system. The restrictions on the lower tier accounts are because Netflix just wants people to sign up for their own accounts, and its price is going to jump up that much. And for premium, it's now paying up to $36 a month, what I just said, with everything maxed out, which would dwarf the cost every other streaming services, all of which do not have these password sharing measured in place yet. The word is yet. You may think, well, I guess no more Netflix for me after hearing this. Whether you're on someone's account or will be kicked off, or if it's you that will be the one charged extra. Oh, do I have to be sure? I wonder, does it automatically force the charge on you?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Oh my god, I might just cancel it right now as we're talking. Because I did not want to get charged that amount of money a month. Like, I'm fine. Let's continue. Maybe this article is ready. Let's see here. Or you'll be the one charged for the hanger honors. Netflix knows that this will happen. They said that they view this as they would a normal price increase. I don't that they expect some level of turnover and cancellation. Yeah, but in the long run, I think they will benefit on the new subscriptions, and additional payments for add-ons will outweigh whether they lose from the initial blowback. I'm not sure that the logic holds. To me, it all feels like the music industry tries to argue against privacy by saying each download song. Yeah, so did it privacy. By saying each download song has lost sales, which just clearly wasn't true. Here, the fight may be against privacy. And while it is,
you say privacy, it sounds like privacy. It's piracy.
Whatever. It might be just it might be the mics and Discord.
Okay.
The Netflix is facing more stiff competition than ever before, with a host of streaming services, many with routinely better content than their own. So do you want to pay $36 a month for Netflix for 4 to 5 people, or $7 for Apple TV? Actually, there's nothing on Apple TV. Even if Netflix wins on volume, that's a big ask. That's true. It is a big ask. Like we were saying, it's there's just so many streaming service now, and Netflix lost a lot of their catalog, but they still do have a big catalog. But they lost a lot of when their companies said like they're making money. I want to do that too. Now we have Peacock, we have HBO Max, Showtime, Hulu, and
Stars.
all this is there's just so many out there, and no one's doing the password sharing. Now here's the thing. The thing is, it's more than likely the companies are going to start doing the password sharing thing. Now what I'm hoping is for more reasonability, more adding a plus one at least to the account would be nice. I'm like thinking of, realistically, Liz. I know you want to live in your fantasy world where you get.
I would love to live in my fantasy world. Okay.
But it's not true. It's not gonna happen, Liz.
Remember, I'm just an object. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Okay.
Exactly. True. So the thing is now, where's your cutoff point then with streaming services?
I have way too many. I know for a fact, so I will probably be cutting Netflix. There's not really a lot to see on there. Once I watch my shows, I'll probably go bye. I have no ambition. It's just how it is. There's not really a lot to watch on there, anyways. We've been watching elsewhere. Amazon Prime, and it's been kind of taken over for us, and Peacock, and we watch a lot on Netflix. I mean, so.
Yeah, and Amazon.
Anything. I'll take the $10 one a month for that one show because they shoot everything out, so everything's there. That's the reason why it's Netflix and chill. Literally, you can stream all day on one show, finish it in 8 hours because it's only 8 episodes long.
There you go. You see, you can already plan ahead on these things. Like, oh, I'll wait for multiple shows that I want to watch and then choose. Okay. June will be my Netflix month, and just spend the $10 that month. I think that's because it's been so long since I watched Netflix. I think basically the other time we hung out, I think that was the last time. That was the first and last time I've watched Netflix. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was hell a long time. I'm trying to think. I'm like, that wasn't happening in the last couple of years, so it's gonna be more than that.
It's been a long time because I just there's nothing. There's a lot of Netflix shows I want to watch, but it's like there's so many other shows that are more interesting to me right now that I have on other services. Like, I'm like, I'm, and at this point, I think we talked a little bit about it when they were first announcing this, and now that it's actually happening, it might be time for me and my family who kind of do this kind of sharing method to kind of consolidate what we actually want and what we're gonna actually enjoy watching, because I don't know how many people are actually watching Netflix, because I think at this point that we have, I want to say 6 streaming services, and
I think we're up there somewhere too. I don't know. I lost track, and I need to start dwindling down some of it too.
And if we're here, what calculate?
I know we're over $100 pretty much at this point.
If we say roughly well, if they're about 15 a piece, we'll just say 15 on average. They're close to $90, which is like almost cable levels of money. Remember, cable is still way more expensive. Remember the cable days?
Oh yeah, back in the days, but now it's actually kind of cheaper. I mean, my brother watches like a handful of stuff, so I probably could switch him to the other streaming devices, and they'll have it too. So
it's just depending on what you're trying to consolidate. It's just consolidation now at this point, and what we want, and like what shows are you watching? What streaming services do you actually watch consistently? Because at this point, when I'm honestly trying to think, a lot of my content's on YouTube, and that in itself is its own pool of stuff. And as far as streaming services, and if I'm being honest, I think I have 3 main streaming services, and then 2 lollygaggers. I would say that's what I would say. Those are my they're like 3 that I cannot get rid of, because Like, there's just I just watch it consistently. What about you?
I know, right? Uh, I bounce around. So right now, I I'm watching something with my mom right now on Netflix. Well, going back to one of our other streaming devices soon because one of our shows is actually starting today. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, which show is coming back on today? Because there's a show that I watch, and then I'm switching over to Stars eventually in June because I have one of my other favorite series that I watch on a consistent basis. So, like I said, if anything, yeah, my mom and I usually as in Netflix, and literally we'll stream like 2 to 3 episodes of one show, and usually we're finished in 2 to 3 days, depending on the situation. So, in our hours, of course, but yeah, this will be interesting. I will eventually probably get rid of it. I think there's one other show. I'm just waiting for it to come on, and then we'll probably kill it right there and then.
So anyone out there, just take a mental note on what you're doing. Hopefully you're not getting overcharged. I'm gonna double check I'm gonna be talking with my family today because if not, I'm canceling Netflix. So I don't get charged that because that just adds up. Adds up. So because if I was paying 20 a month times
12. We're looking, yeah.
you're like paying 240 a year. That's a lot of money. And some company, some streaming services, if you pay yearly, like you pay it up straight front, you get like a 10% off. That's not too bad. Like, sounds like a lot of money at once, but 10% saves you a lot of money. And so if it's 36 times 12, take away. Ooh, that's like an extra $150+ a year gone.
Ugh. No, thank you.
Like that's our podcast money.
I know, literally. Oh, speaking of which, were we due for that?
No, that's October.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, it's October. We don't have to worry about it.
I almost freaked out for a second.
No. So
I thought it was May. I'm like, Mayday?
No, not Mayday. Mayday is the month before our anniversary.
That's right.
So yes, everyone.
And one, that's right, copy.
Yes.
Oh,
So everyone, be double checked on your services. Really actually take a look at your services because when you start adding up these services, they start piling up, and then looking at it like that, you're like, I really don't need that streaming service right now or at the moment because it truly adds every penny counts, mostly in this economy right now before the crash happens. And it's gonna happen, people. I know I keep saying it, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this really stupid individual. I'll let you read this one. It's the second one from the I posted.
Yes. Okay. Except whatever. Jill Barclay, man, 23, essayed mother of 2 in
Not that
Aberdeen.
one. That is not the one.
No?
No. The second.
Oh, my bad.
The second one I posted.
Oh, the second one you posted. My bad.
Man, Liz went on a whole different direction.
My bad, y'all. I apologize. He said second. He didn't say from the top or the bottom.
Yeah.
I went from the bottom. Because I'm from the bottom, y'all. TikToker who entered stranger's home defends video amid call for his arrest. I'm a black male doing these things, and that's why there's such an uproar on the internet. Ooh. Hold on, the stupid video. In a sec. A TikToker user who went viral when he was entered a stranger's house uninvited has defended his videos after they were described abhorrent and a criminal by politicians. Arcaro Agaro, known as Mizzy on social media, posted a video of himself entering the London home as a prank 2 weeks ago. It was met with shock and anger, and with many online calling for him to be arrested. The self-described content creator who was previously arrested over clips that appeared to show him harassing Jewish people, he has said the negative reaction to the videos is partly down to him being black. Wow. In one home in she videoed the 18-year-old appears with two friends saying, "Walk into random houses, let's go." He's in there seeing going through a front door that has been left open, and startling the woman on his patio. Once inside the home, he lounges on the sofa before finally being asked to leave by a man who appears to be living as children are heard calling daddy.
So he
Uh,
basically walks into a random person's home whose the doors are ajar, and that is Liz, that is a prank.
no, it's not.
Prank.
Like, get in and drink. Not welcome.
It's a prank, bro. Come on. You don't remember that era?
Prank.
Continue.
No, I never did that shit. We did the ding dong ding ching and
Shh.
doors knock and dash.
Continue.
Labor shadowed DCM asked Minister Alex Davies Jones has described Mizzy's content apparent, saying he needed to be held responsible as did the social media platforms. Met Police said they are investigating the videos. Mizzy confirmed he had previously been arrested after sharing a number of videos that seemed to show him harassing Jewish people. In one, he appears to be put his hands on the victim's shoulders in an attempt to leapfrog him. He claimed that it was a TikTok trend where you leapfrog over someone when the beat drops, and he was done this to many different types of people. As he told the Independent, he cares less about what is receiving love or hate. It's all about getting engagement, and to the fact that people are talking, that's important.
Oh my god,
not-
that's kind of the. Here's the thing. That's the mentality of a lot of people these days. Think about it. That is the mentality of a lot of the people these days.
I know.
Am I wrong?
I know. You're not wrong. It's true though.
So
I just get it for the likes, the scares, the thrills. People are talking about either way, good or bad.
exactly. Like we joke that we want we want to get our first haters and stuff because people will be talking about it. But it's one of those things. It's like people will just do just about anything to get the engagement levels, and to like. I remember
It's like reality TV. I mean, just no different.
actually
You
talking
do
about
it for the hikes, for the the thrill.
exactly, and it's just I remember early YouTube, the 2013 2014s, the prank videos and things like that. That's what I was sharing with my friend group and my family. Like these, like some were innocent, some were just have seen them now. It's like, oh my god, that is not right.
Cringy.
Cringy. I don't know, man. Those kissing prank videos, like, I don't know. That's something else. But it's right now that we're in the moment where people just like they just want notoriety, positive or negative, and then just out because
10 seconds of fame. Either way.
exactly, and then either you run with it or you don't. And we'll it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's crazy.
Anything else really important?
I really don't think
It's
don't-
he's very
it's stupid. I think he's doing this recklessly. I mean, if he was in America,
oh no
it sounds like he's in the UK, he'd be shot.
oh yeah you get
On
shot.
these pranks. I think he still has that risk of doing that in England or
I
the
know,
UK or wherever.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
care. But I'm just saying he has that risk or he could be shot. So I don't know if he wants to risk his life, but I guess he wants to. That's his own prerogative.
Because he survives, Liz. He has a new content. He has new content. He can the YouTube video or his TikTok, like the TikTok thing, like almost died. Like you got to think that view, Liz. You have to have that content brain.
Remember, I'm not supposed to think. Remember, I'm not allowed to have a brain or
You're
think
right.
or anything.
You're right.
I'm just an object.
right. You're just a thumbnail. That's all you need to be. But it's.
But I'm just saying. I mean,
It just.
he's obviously just. There's something psychologically going with this guy. I think he has some problems. I think he needs some help.
Actually, I don't think so. I think he's just a young person on social media who's
He's been
trying
kicked out of school 3 times.
True. Okay, but he's also a young guy trying to get the likes on the TikToks and on the YouTubes. Like,
Okay, everybody strike him. Strike Pasta and strike him.
because, I think we bring this up a few times, but imagine if we had TikTok and back when we were in say high school, late teens, early 20s.
I was an introvert during that time frame. We wouldn't be doing the same thing. I was an introvert in high school. I was really isolated, so.
Oh, because I was doing crazy, not crazy, I'll say crazy. Okay, tamed to what these people are doing nowadays. But we were like crashing bikes into cars. We were like jumping off like playground equipment. Like we would be if we had TikTok back then, you'd be seeing so many of these stupid like uh just so many stupid interaction between me and my friends and family. Like
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I know I would.
The only thing that was a little extreme. Oh, my brother was crazy in his own prerogative, in his own way with his friends, because there were a lot of males that growing up in our neighborhood at the time when we were teenagers. So a lot of crazy stuff on their end. I think the craziest thing that I did was they got into like sewer tubes and we went down hills. That was the
Exactly.
craziest thing. I mean, that was it. It was tame. Hella tame. We were hurting ourselves, but
That's what I mean.
But that's okay.
I mean, that's what I mean. That's the kind of content that you guys would be posting. And if people liked it, then here's the thing. Think about it. If that you were doing it and people were like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Like you and your group, like you're getting engagement. Would you continue doing and then probably?
Oh no, I came out of that every time like wanting to puke. My stomach feels upset. Nope, thank you.
Because I know at least my friend group and family, we would have just kept going and escalating it. That is no joke. I know we would have. It might sound bad, but it's just kind of we had a lot of fun doing the stuff we did. I think the worst is just some like minor injuries here and there. Some people ended up crying, but it is what it is. It's just kids being kids. But
I know, but I mean,
when here's the other thing. It's when you're involved.
You draw a line. Where do you draw the line?
The thing is, now there are some people that are involving outside forces, outside people. That's the issue here. Like we never involved anyone outside our friend group or family. Like it was just our like circle of like stupidity, basically. And honestly, there is a couple videos that we have. There is this hidden gem of my sister where we used to jump off the swings. Like we would just swing as high as we can and you would just jump off them, right? And there was this video of my youngest sister jumping off a swing and just eating shit. Just face plants.
Why? Oh,
and here's the thing. I edited a video because we recorded it and we uploaded it to MySpace. We were talking about MySpace.
Oh my god, MySpace.
We uploaded. I got a good chunk of views on that shit. But it was an edited version of her. It's probably like a minute long. It could be a short now. It can be a short or on TikTok of her just like doing the whole thing, slamming, and then rewinding, slamming, then rewinding, and then slam on different vertices. It's like the funniest shit ever. And it's like I said,
so mean to your sister. I thought I was bad.
No, okay. We got to get everyone. Everyone could tell you just crazy shit because, like I said, I was fortunate. I was the oldest, so I was like not even the brains. I was just like, if someone has something to do, I would make them do it first. So, but anyways, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's just like, that's the crazy shit we got into. I think in my early 20s, I'm trying to think of some of the stupid shit I was doing. What would be some?
I wasn't. Yeah, no. My early 20s were fun, but not.
Would it be?
Not even R rating. It was more beyond that.
No, but I mean, yeah, like, but would it be like? So you wouldn't be like social media fun? That's what I mean.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, what's it called? What's now? I'm blanking my head. I got a little bit of a headache, guys. I'm sorry. Why am I blanking out? I'm having a hard time today. My brain is not working. OF.
Oh, okay. You're behind the paywall, Liz. You gotta just be behind the paywall.
Behind the paywall. Yeah, that's an OF. Good times, good times.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, it just, here's the thing. I know people these days are just trying to get some online fame, basically.
Yep.
Not like we're not trying, but we're not like trying to get the millions. We're just trying to entertain ourselves and anyone else who's willing to listen. And we have a decent listener feedback right now. Like there's a couple people that are actually willing to listen to us, and I'm always grateful for that, because half the time we're like tangenting off to some shit.
We always do.
And I'm really grateful for anyone who listens to us, and I'm surprised there's even people around the world who listen to us. You know, like that's
we appreciate you. We really do.
So like I said, like we're trying to get to the 100 Spotify listens, guys, us listeners. Like
We
follow
close
us.
yet? I hope so.
We got a few from people listening. We're at 52.
Halfway there. Come on, guys. Halfway. Just put it on people's things they don't know. They don't have to listen.
Exactly. They just gotta follow. They just gotta click the follow button. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't see it slowing down. People are trying to get this online fame. It's just gonna get more, and if it's not TikTok, it's gonna be whatever the next trend is, because there is Vine left. YouTube's been around for over a decade now. YouTubing was not a thing when we were growing up. It was not until like probably 2015, 16, where like YouTube was a job.
Around, but I mean, yeah.
It wasn't a profession. Now, being a YouTuber is now, you know, when you had to fill out what do you want to be when you grow up, a lot of people are saying YouTuber or content creator. So
yeah, make your own hours, make your money, walk away, work less than we do.
I don't think so, Liz. You say that. I'm gonna clip that and let some people hear that. You're gonna get some flack for that one.
Okay. That's
Well,
okay.
Like I said,
Sure, though, you know, they work less than us.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna post this one later. All right, Liz. Anyone who can say something different, let Liz know. I'll give you her email.
Come on, throw it back at me, y'all.
But it's just one of those things where we'll see how just the overall mentality of people will go with, because it just feels like it's just escalating more and more. It's just a weird environment. It's always been this way. It's just it kind of got PC'd a lot, and now it's kind of just getting to like small pockets now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what they'll do with his situation, because that's a whole nother like pot of disasters waiting to happen. But that is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into the finale. Like I said, everyone, don't forget the shirt will be off in about 2 weeks, or week and a half from actually a week to the listening of this episode, release of this episode. Probably next episode I'll let you guys know the exact date. And then after that, there's going to be a 2-week break, and then the release of the inspirational shirt too. So at merch.tyrantdominus.com, links down below. And then like I said, follow, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify. Like honestly, it helps
Wherever
us
you
out.
listen to.
Wherever you listen to, just go make other people listen to. Word of mouth, right, Liz?
Mm-hmm.
The best way to just tell people the trailer should be out already. People should be sharing the trailer and letting people know about what the Convoluted podcast is. It's just ridiculousness.
They are very convoluted.
Exactly. Like this one alone, this episode alone was just like wild, crazy shit. But yeah,
It was food based. I think somebody's hungry.
it's when at the time of this recording, I still have not had my breakfast, so I will be eating in a
I
little
had
bit.
like an egg cup. That's about it.
All right, then.
Shove something in my stomach.
Talking about food, Liz. Let's get into the Are we there?
I know, right? This is very amplified. What did you roll for this one to get it?
Number
Or did you
3.
just pick it? Okay.
Number 3. All right.
Am I the ass?
Don't.
Did I do it or me?
You read it and I'll read the update.
Is the update in there?
The,
Okay.
You look for the original.
Am I reading the original post and then it
Yes.
goes because it has update on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for cooking food while my roommate's girlfriend was here and offering her some?
Okay.
Original post. I'm 21 male. I'm from the South. I grew up in New Orleans in Texas. My mom runs a catering business, and the majority of clients were either at home in Louisiana or in Texas. I add this to say that I grew up cooking and helping my mom cook for the business. I was frying chicken, catfish when I could reach the stove, and making gumbo and buttermilk biscuits at a very young, I'm assuming age. Currently in culinary school right now. I lived in a rented house at the East Coast with my roommate, 22 male, for a year and a half. And he's not a friend or anything. We just linked up because he both needed roommates in the area. We're good to live with, and we watch shows and movies together. We hang out and go out for drinks sometimes, and always make friends, usually because of being from the South and doing customer service related things since I was a kid. I know how to talk and charm and listen to listen, being naturally more in the inverted spectrum. My roommate has been seeing his girlfriend 20. I'm assuming it's supposed to be 20 female, for like just 6 months, or met her before and been and seen her in passing. Roommate and his girlfriend had a 2-week break from school things. She still lives with her parents, so she decided to stay here the whole 2 weeks. I was just doing things as I would normally do. It got weird at first, and when I was about to go mow the lawn, the roommate stopped me and said he wanted to mow. I usually always mow. A couple weeks later, I was outside washing my car and asked both of them if they wanted to go me to do theirs. She looked like she was going to agree, but looked at her angry, so they declined.
Wait. I was gonna wash my.
He was washing the car, and he was going to offer to wash both of theirs since he was already out there doing it.
Oh, okay.
She was going to agree, and he looked at the boyfriend already looked, or the roommate looked at girlfriend.
Bro, like what? It's a free car wash. Fuck.
Shit, I know, right?
Continue.
I cook pretty quickly at home and as well, and I usually let my roommate have some. So anytime I would make some, I would say they would have some, and this would get him pissed. Weeks prior, when she was here and we were talking, she mentioned the specific kind of cheesecake that she really likes. So I made and sent out a group text that everyone could have it. My roommate got upset. I don't see anything as overstepping a boundary as this how I treat him all grass. The other day, he told me how annoying it was to hear his girlfriend talk about how good your roommate can fresh bake bread is. I'm not trying to make him look bad or anything. This is simply how I was raised. If I bake 2 loaves of bread, I'm going to leave it out for the house to eat. Okay. Do you want me to read the other edits?
Wait.
2 edits. I want that before the update.
Okay, read that. Read the. Okay, let's start with Let's talk overall. It sounds like this guy's just a really good roommate.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, like it's like if you make. I cook and I bake sometimes. I'll be like, hey, everybody, here it is. You know, technically, my family is my roommates per se, but yeah, I'll be like, hey, it's here for everyone to have because I like baking, I like cooking, and I share with whoever's in the house.
And exactly. It's kind of like what I was literally talking about earlier in the episode. Like when I was living with all my other roommates. Like when some of us cooked, like we all had. Sometimes we just ate ourselves, but if we made a big amount of food, like hey. I left food for everyone. Like it just sounds like he would have been a really good roommate to have overall. He's very.
I want him. Can he come up here?
Like
I would like a personal chef.
Like mostly Southern food. Fuck yeah, man. God, man. Fresh bread? Did he just say fresh bread? I know you can't have it, but I can.
I know, right?
My God. Okay, continue with the edit.
Edit. The cheesecake is just a common courtesy type thing. When his parents come over, I make pound cake because they like it. If a guest was coming up, you get / make what they like. Nothing odd about picking up their favorite chips or something to when guests arrive. Just how I raised.
Oh my God, he's even considerate. He's very, very considerate. Like
I know, right?
Like he picks up on like little things like, oh, you were talking about cheesecake the other week. I'll make a cheesecake. Like, oh, I see that you enjoy those types of chips. I have these chips at the house. We can have them while we're
Oh,
watching
I
TV.
see that you like this tea. I'm gonna get you this tea.
You like that
Do you
brand of
have
beer?
it?
You like that brand of beer? I got you. Okay, we have that type of beer. Like, oh my, he's like very considerate.
He is a very considerate roommate.
Okay.
I want that kind of roommate. Shit.
Continue.
Edit. Wow, this is blown up. Just wanted to make sure. Make, just want to want to say we generally have a good roommate relationship. We're not best friends, but it's friendly enough. The only change has been his girlfriend here. So, lol. No, I am not looking for a new roommate to be adopted or to move. But thanks. Here are some more things that I said. I went to the grocery store and asked if anyone needed anything. I was frying chicken and offered the first best pieces out of the oil to them. I changed the oil to my own car. I used a smoker in the backyard to make brisket. Why is this guy annoyed with this shit? I grill and smoke in the backyard and need a piece of wood to cut in a certain way to hold something up. I cut and nailed some wood together in the garage. Feels like I don't exist while she's here. In the final edit. Do you want me to read that?
I can read it really quick because it's kind of what we said. It's literally what we're saying. I tend to see good and the best in people's eye. I was not seeing him as a very insecure and was trying to look at it from a more positive light. But he just texted me and said that to greet his girlfriend that he texted me and said that I greet his girlfriend in too kind of a way, and it's annoying that I say be safe. I used to know someone who said that when she leaves the house. And I say to him and everyone when they tell they're going somewhere, he sent me a long text detailing that it's bad that I look at her in eyes dealing with it bad that I look her in the eyes when she's talking to me. Maybe it's something for a new roommate. He's just insecure. Yeah.
He seems very insecure.
Like, it's one of those things where we talked about some situation where it can get like a little bit spicy, like there's something there, but
he's generally just a good human being. We don't catch good human beings enough, and here's this person, and this insecure person is already
how old was he
on this. He's 28 21, excuse me.
He seems like a well to put together early 20-year-old compared to the last one we were talking about. Like this one right here, like he's capable, like more capable than some young 20-year-olds that I've worked with recently. Like
enough common sense.
Common sense. It's common sense, and it looks like he's more on the positive common sense side, where he's trying to look in the good of people compared to like at least my spectrum of just negativity. It's like he generally like. Seems like he cares about people. Like that moment when he said be safe, I knew someone who's very like positive in that light, where they just want you to be safe. It's kind of like the way our friend group is and our things, like we text each other when we get home in like certain situations, just like I made it home. It's just one of those like,
and usually that's how I am too. I'm the same way. Safe, come home, or going out, or text me when you get there so I know you got home there safe, or stuff like that. I mean, my sister does this with my mom. We go back and forth. Especially when we're traveling, we're like, well, I'll text my mom, and my mom texts me and let me know, and she say, hey, I got it there, you're good, I'm good, blah blah blah, and it's great because it's like a good notion to know that somebody is there safe and sound, so we don't have to worry about them. I mean, in this modern day and age, you kind of have to worry about people once they step outside the door.
Oh god, yeah. Okay, so here's the update. So I'm gonna skip the stuff about his account because it's not really relevant here. A lot of people wanted an update, so I wanted to see my roommate in a more positive light. I tend to try to see the best in people by reading the replies, and his recent actions have opened my eyes. I never took him too seriously because he's a pretty harmless little guy in my perspective. Damn. There is a big difference in how he lashes out at me compared to his girlfriend. Ooh, I did not like that statement right there. He's gotten big tough with me in text form, but only mildly upset when I see him in person. I've taken a step back and looked at anything I could have done to provoke him, not accusing his behavior. While I don't believe I'm in the wrong for being hospitable, Wait, is that how it's spelled? Hospitable?
It's not the right way, but that's okay.
That's probably what I'm reading, right? It's
Yeah,
probably
you're right. It's the idea of it. What he's saying,
okay.
hospitable.
Yeah. Hospitable and hosting a guest. If a 75-year-old man was staying with us, I would treat him the same as I treat his girlfriend. I do realize that he is not from the South, and I was told by others in the school that women outside the South don't enjoy being called ma'am. However, I've never seen a lady get angry if I did call her ma'am up here. I called a woman of all ages dear or darling, and I could see how that could be seen as flirtatious, even though it is just part of how I speak. That's interesting because a lot of companies, you can't even say that anymore because that's called sexual harassment these days. That's not part of his statement. That's my statement because that's how companies are now. Now that he knows that I've seen him in his true form, he doesn't even try to act the way he did before. I sent his girlfriend screenshots of the text. Oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Because I have a statement in my head. I'll see if I can come back to it. I sent his girlfriend screenshots of the text he sent me and told me that if she needed any help, I do not plan on moving anytime soon, as I enjoy having a room for a grill and a smoker in a garage. That sounds pretty good place right now. He told me he's looking for a new place to live. Oh, so he's the one leaving and will potentially go back to his parents. I make enough working at a restaurant to afford the rent alone. I like more going into savings, but I'm not worried financially for the time being. That kind of sucks, but you know, I think it's looking better. I'm flattered and overwhelmed with all the positive replies and bound of hundreds of you told me to thank my mom. Sir, I will. Oh yeah, I grew up working hospitably with my mom and siblings, and my dad is the one that instilled respect into me. I never felt emasculated. Wait, is that right? Yeah, emasculated. Even when my mom's business ended up making more than he does, they just save their money from their jobs and go on vacation a lot. Smart. Thank you for all the thank you for all the kindness and offers for adoptions, job, relationships, friendships. Lol. A lot of people wanting to do gumbo and chicken recipes. Too much to type about, but I use curry powder and a lot of things that give good flavor. That's how my mom does it. Oh, he shows the secret, the curry powder secret, guys. White pepper is essential for a good fried chicken flavored. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
We do a keto one and we like it a lot better than that, but that's okay.
Okay, so let me see. Where was my? It sounds like it's going good. What was my statement? Fuck. Let me try to go back a little bit. Okay, originally, my original statement kind of just flew out the window. Because I thought they could have came out of this a little bit on the positive side. Like I was trying to be positive, but I was right. I was right to stay negative. Because originally my statement was going to be that hopefully like there would have been a better next level open communication. Like, okay, we really gotta talk it out. Like if you feel bad, like here, you and your girlfriend can talk it out, you know, work everything out. Fix whatever relationship with roommate and then boyfriend girlfriend, and like okay, and that's kind of it really. That was my positive light up, but now my truth came out.
Here it comes.
Trojan Liz, it's good to stay negative because roommate's leaving. Like he was an asshole. Like just couldn't take it. Just couldn't take it. And that's funny. It says that it's just this era now. It's just like this is what just it is. It just like he just couldn't take it. He's moving out. It kind of sucks that he has to kind of like dip into his savings a little bit, but you know, hopefully it's not for too long. Hopefully he can find. Sounds like he's willing to get like both a bunch of roommate offers at this point.
I know, right?
But yeah, you know, he's young enough to where like, and seems like sensible enough where like he's just gonna let it go, just continue. And luckily it wasn't like a best friend, it was just like a friend, because those come and go a lot, and it's when you lose like more heavier relationships, like best friend level stuff, that's when it's like like you had a fight with your best friend. Basically, that's when you lose a friend, that kind of sucks. But it's like
Yeah.
you get over it. You get over friends faster. It's like, well, I forget there was a tier. There's like strangers. Was it strangers, acquaintances, friends, best friends, lovers? I think
that's right. I think you have that right.
there was like a chart.
Stages of things.
There was a chart, but I think that's what it is. But yeah, like you wouldn't care anything about strangers, acquaintances. And like, okay, you're like half in. Friends, it sucks to lose, but best friends, like you know them well enough, or even if it's a short period of time.
Too.
Like if even like you would hate to lose them, and then lover or partner. That's when. I wonder if that's changed to partner now.
Probably.
But it sucks. But it seems like he lost a friend at this point. And
That's sad, but I think that I think somebody needs some growing up. His roommate wasn't quite there yet. And I, honestly, this guy did it really well. He didn't some people get really mad, and some people get like, I don't know, just irate. They don't know how to communicate, and then that person didn't know how to communicate, but the other roommate was willing to like
talk it out.
Try, he was trying. He didn't know what he did wrong, because obviously this is how he's raised. This is how he does things. This is how it goes. For in his world, this is what you do. It doesn't matter. And he didn't feel emasculated when his, because that's what his mom did for a living, and the mom made great money, and the husband was very like supportive of that. I mean, that's a great household. I would like to be a part of that household.
Same. The other thing is, it sounded like I said, he's very on the positive side, so he didn't really like make notes of the negativity that I would like. This guy's a complete asshole. Like I would pinch you, and me would see that immediately. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you, huh? Because you could tell, because when he like confronted him, like, or you could say, he said earlier in the text, like he would be angry in text form, but in person he was like that tells you a
like
lot.
a bipolar almost. Like you see one side, but you don't see the full side when you're front.
Yeah,
it's just half of the shadow. I mean,
and that's and those are the type of friends you don't want to be friends around, when it's just like,
oh no. But I'm glad he's like forewarning the girlfriend. I mean, you don't want to be stuck in that relationship. And
that's a big red flag. That's a
lot of red flags, and I hope that girl gets out too, because that's not the relationship you want to be in with girl.
Exactly. So there we go. He's not the asshole. One of the best people we've ever read about. My God, like props to you. I'm glad you got your Reddit account back, because that would suck. But yeah,
shizzle.
More power to you. I am we're glad. We hope you find a proper roommate in the near future. Someone who can not only respect you, but everything that makes you who you are, because my God, you are a saint compared to some of the people in the world right now.
I know. We encourage people like you. Hopefully we'll have more people like you in this world.
Exactly. All right then, everyone. Thank you again for listening or watching. And Liz, thank you again for joining me today. So
I'm excited to be here. That was awesome to give some good, funny stories to start the weekend. If you guys are listening, be safe out there. Happy Memorial Weekend. If you're out of our country, have a great weekend in general, because why not?
Exactly. Everyone needs it. So until next time, see ya.
Bye.
I swear that I will never leave you. Fingers crossed, I swear that I will never leave